Hello, in this video I will show you how to create a website in 8 simple steps. It will be a responsive website which will look good on all devices, that is desktop, laptop, tablet and mobile phone. You do not need any coding experience to create it. You can make money with this website by selling it. It is worth between 10,000 shillings and 25,000 shillings. I have included a link to download it and sell it at the end of this video. So do stick around to the end. Also, I will show you amazing ways on how to make money with this website in my next video. I will also share 2 more videos on how to create 2 more websites that you can also sell. So do subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you do not miss out. So let's get started. There are 5 things that you need in order to create a website. Number 1, you need a computer or a laptop. Number 2, you need internet connection. Number 3, you need a web editor. Number 4, a domain name. Number 5, a hosting account. So let's go over now to our website. This is the website that we'll be creating. It has a navigation bar. It is black in color and then it is transparent. Then it has this header image. And then it has some text, thin crust pizza. And then it also has another button. Let me see the menu. Then from there it has another section here telling you about the time, open from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then from there you go to the menu. So in the menu section we have 3 subsections. We have the pizza, we have the pasta, and we have the starters. So note when you move the cursor to the pasta, it changes to color red. So for the pizza sub menu, these are these are the pizza that they have for the restaurant. So you have the name, and then we have the price, then we have a short description of that item. Then you have the pasta. This is also a subsection of the menu. So you have lasagna, and then you have the price. Then you have the starters. It's still a section of the menu. Then from there you have the about section. So in the about section we have some text. Here you can add anything you want. Then you have a small image on the right that is in a circle. Then we have another big image of the larger restaurant. Then from there you have the opening hours. Then this is the final section, the contact section. This one starts with an image of the map, image of the location of the restaurant, and here it is, the one that is in a yellow square. Then we come to the contacts, and then we have the contacts, and then the final part of the contact section. So this is the website that we are going to create. If you look at the navigation bar, it is sitting at the top. It's not moving, and it is also transparent. Okay. Also, let's see. When you click the menu, it goes to the menu section. When you click the about button, it goes to the about section. When you click the contact, it goes to the contact section. And then here when you click, this is also another button. Let me see the menu. When you click on it, it takes you to the menu section. Okay, so we can now get started. And for any website, when you're creating any website, you need to start with having a project folder where you are going to put all the files that you will need for that website. So this is how we are going to create the project folder. You go to the desktop area, you right click on it, then it will bring a menu. Then from there you go to new, and then you go to folder. Then you give the folder a name. You're going to call it restaurant. Click the enter, and you have your file. So this is the file that you're going to use to build that website. Then from there we go to our editor. We need to create the document that is going to, you're going to create the document that you're going to code in order to have that website. And we said, remember we said in the requirements we need a web editor, and you are going to use NOTEPAD. NOTEPAD is a free web editor that is found in most laptops and computers, HP laptops and computers. I'm not sure about the Mac what they use, but you'll find it in this kind of computers. So we come here to our search, how to get it now. Note pad. Okay, it's already searched, and we click on it. So you open our first file. It's called untitled notepad. So this file we need, this is where we are going to code to create our website. And we are going to save this, save as. Then we are going to save it in the folder that we just created called restaurant. Remember, everything that we need, we are going to save it here in this folder. Open our restaurant folder. Open a restaurant folder. So here it is, here restaurant. Then we come to the file name. We'll save it as index.html, and you save it. So and now here you can see it is no longer untitled, it is written index. So this is where you are going to write our code to create our website. And for us to create this website, we'll be using HTML and CSS. HTML stands for hypertext markup language, which is used to create websites. CSS is the cascading style sheets, a language used to style websites to make them look beautiful. So that those are the two languages we are going to use. I said before, you don't need to have any coding experience, just follow what I'm doing. And in this coding, as we create, I will be explaining everything in the code so that you're able to understand what it is that you are writing. And when you understand, you'll be able to create your own websites. Okay, so now you've created that one. Then remember, in our website, there are images that are there that have been used to create this website. So we have this image here. This is a header image. It's a pizza image. Then we have this small image of the chef. This one. That's the second image. Then the third image, we have this one of the restaurant. Then the fourth image, we have this one for the contact or the location of the restaurant. So those are four images that we also need to get to create our website, and we are going to put them in the folder, in the project folder restaurant. So these images, they are free because the company or the website that made this website, they said as long as you're making this website, the images are free. But just in case you are using them differently, you are using maybe you just want to create another website. This is where you need to get your images. Images that don't have any copyright issues, images that you can use without infringing on anyone's copyrights or taking advantage of what they've done of taking advantage of their images. So you go to public main images. So we start with the first one. We're looking for pizza. Okay. So these are the free images that you can use. They don't have any copyright issues. You see, they're written images for public domain, images for public domain, images pizza. You can use any of these that you want, and there are so many. There are so many. There are so many. And even for other things that you'd like to use, see Wikimedia Commons, 50 plus pizza free images, Pixneo images, they are everywhere. Okay. It takes picture memes, stock photos, images. Some are even in form of PNG, clip art. So if you want to use any images and you don't want to infringe on people's copyright, that's the way to go. And another example, now we'll be needing one for restaurant, for example. Restaurant. Public domain images restaurant. There they are. Wow, they look so wonderful, even better than the ones that you'll be using. So here they are. Wow, wonderful. You can use this one, you can use this one, you can use this one. You can use any for the restaurant that maybe for, I'm just giving an example. Yeah, and you also have the clip art. These are free clip arts, public domain vectors. Okay. So you can see there are so many. So for our website, we're going to use those images that they are free as long as you are creating that website with them from that company. And we'll go to double square images, pizza images. So you can already see them. You can see this is the chef. This is the image for the restaurant. Let's go to the pizza. So this is our image here. You can use this one. So you right click on it, then you come to save image as. So when you go to save image as, remember we said that you are going to save all our files in this restaurant folder. So we'll give it a name. We call it pizza. Let's say pizza 1. Then you save. That one now has been saved to our folder. So next we are going to check for image of the shell. And this is the image. This is the company w3schools.com. It's where they have that website. So if you use that website and you use these images, they are for free. You will not infringe on any of their copyrights. So open, here it is. And you can see there's also this other one here. So you right click, then you go to save image as. Then it means you see our image here. So now we're also saving it in under our restaurant folder, which is on our desktop. So we just say chef, that one is okay. So you save it. Then we go to our next image, which is the image of the restaurant. Here it is. It's still being used by that website. So we'll use it. So we go to save images, and then we will save it as image restaurant. Just there they've saved it. Okay. Then the last one is for the contact section. So you go here, W3 schools. You say contact. See all this here. That is this W3 schools. Okay. So here it is. You remember it? Here it is. Here is the image. So we right click and then we save image as. And you're going to save it as map. Okay. So you save it. So we have all the images that we need for the website. We have all the files. So we can go ahead and start creating the website in the 8 steps that I talked about. So now we go to our step number 1. Our step number 1, which is to create a framework for the website. So now here we have come to the coding section. Okay, let's now go and start coding to create our website. And we need to access the index file that we created. So we'll come to our restaurant folder, and here is the index. Remember the index file that we created in NOTEPAD, the web editor. So this is the one that you are going to use to create our website through coding. But we're not going to access it from here. We are going to open NOTEPAD. Notepad. So once you open it, it's written here untitled. So we need to find that file. So we go file and then we say open, open. Then we go to our folder, our project folder, restaurant, which we are using to create the website, and here it is. So we open it. And then you see it is blank, and the reason why it is blank is because here it's written text document. So we don't have any text document. So we need to click here and move from text document to all files. Then all our files will be displayed, our images plus the document that we want to create to put our coding to create our website. So you click on it and then you open. So now here it is blank. It's written index.notepad. So this is now where we are going to start writing our code and designing our website. So now let's get started with our steps. So step number 1 is to create a framework. And this is how we do it. The framework is created in the head section of the website. So these are opening tags. So we first define the kind of a document that we are creating. And then we define the language that the website is in. HTML language, and it's in English, so you'll just write English like that. And then we define the character set that we will be using. So you'll be using UFT. Then we write the title of the web page or the website. And here we close the tags. So this is an opening tag. Here it has these two tags. Then this is a closing tag. It has a forward slash. The difference between this one and this one is that this one has a closing tag there. Okay. So now we said it's going to be responsive. So we want with this the way you write for it to be responsive. Responsive, we say that it looks good on all devices. Okay. So from there, now we go to the styling, how you want it to be styled, and also our source. Remember we said that we have HTML, two things to define to create a website. We have the HTML and we also have the CSS, cascading style sheet. So we're trying to define our source for styling the web page or the website. Then from there, we go to our script. A script is a piece of code that defines the behavior of our website. Normally use JavaScript, but for these websites we are not going to use we're not going to use JavaScript. So it's just a piece of script. No. Then you close that script tag. Then from there, we go to another styling. The font that we are going to use is we have to get it from somewhere. Sorry. So this is the font. It's called Amatic SC. That's the font that you are going to be using for the entire website. So from there now we come to the style. This is heading 1, body, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. You want to define the font that that all those elements will be using for the entire website. So we said that is the font that we want to use, so you put it there. You see, this one is the same as here. So this font will get it from this website. Okay. Then we close the style. Okay, so now from there now we go to our step number 2, which is to add a navigation bar. So the navigation bar plus everything that I showed you in the website, they are all in the body section. That is not the visible part of the website. So we start with the body tag. Then so we now here I'll just like to explain how we start. We do everything. So we'll start of content. So in the body we have this first section where we start our content. And when we start our content, we have to create a container or a section, a section or a div where we are going to place the navigation bar plus the entire content of the website. And the content of the website is everything that I've shown you, that I have displayed. So since this is the home page, so this is what you are going to start with. Okay, so now to the navigation bar. So here just try to demonstrate purpose of demonstration. So our navigation bar it sits on top. It sits on top. And remember it is black in color. Okay. So this is how you do it. You open, and then you put it in a div, in a section. So div class. So the navigation is sits on top. So W3 top. Then it's a navigation bar. So you have to describe and say that it's a navigation bar. So W3 bar. Then it is black in color. Remember, W3 black. Then it is translucent. Yes. So W3 opacity minimum. In the text, you also define the size of the font, the size of the text. You want it to be large. You want it to be extra large. Okay. So now we go to the buttons. So the first button is home. So you specify how it looks like. Number one, it is it's a navigation bar item, and then it is a button. Okay, it is a button. So you write the words that are supposed to be there, and then you close the tag. So this tag we are closing is this A. Remember this A, so it's the tag that you are closing. So the next one, okay. So much repeating itself. And the good thing with coding is once you understand what you are doing, it becomes very easy. It becomes very easy. Once you understand what it is that you're doing, it becomes very easy. But if you don't understand, it becomes difficult. That's it. So we are through with the navigation bar. And we need to close this section. We need to close this section. So you come here at the beginning here. We started with a div. We opened with a div. So at the bottom here, we're also going to close with a div. So you put the closing tag like that, and then you write div. So we've closed this navigation bar. Okay. Then the next step, which is step number 3, is to add a header image. Okay, so now we go to our third step, which is to add a header image. So I write a note here so that you know how the steps that you're going. So these are just notes that you can just ignore. So how do we start? We start with a div. Style. So you're going to first style the image. Give it a height of 800 pixels. It's a background image. Okay. So here we need to go and find out how we saved that image in our project folder, restaurant project folder. Another thing I've just remembered, you need to keep saving. Keep saving. Okay. So we'll come here at this is our restaurant here at our desktop. We're going to open it. Okay. So this is the image that you are going to put. The one that is in the original in the website is this one, but I don't know, somehow today I was not able to find it. I don't know where they saved it. So we'll just use this one for purposes of demonstration. So it's written pizza-1. Pizza-1, yeah. So that's what you are going to write here. URL pizza then -1. Then other thing we are going to check is what type of a document it is. So it's a JPEG. See here, item type JPG file. Oh, it's going away. JPG file. So that is going to be the extension for our dot JPEG. JPG. Okay. And then we have this quote marks. This quote mark, and also this other one here at the beginning. Okay. So background image URL pizza1.jpg. Then from there, we put a semicolon. Then background size, background size, colon, a cover. It means that it should cover that a whole area, and it should just be one image covering that whole area. Then now we go to the class. We give it a container w3 display container. Okay, So it needs to have a hyphen here. Those some of the small mistakes that when you finish coding, you need to check to confirm that they're there. They're just small omissions. Then we need to give it an effect, W3, have a gray scale. Okay, this one we just bring it down here. Don't want it to be so long. Okay. So once you're through with that, we save. So now we've added an image. Then you go to this other section here for that's at the bottom left. Created we've created the image. So now we come now to this other section, which is this small section that's talking about the time, that is open from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So to create that one, again, you have to give it a div. You always put it somewhere. You always put something somewhere. It's not floating. It has to be in a certain space. So you define where you'd like it to be. It's at the bottom left. You can see that part is at the bottom left. Yeah. Okay. So we define the text, how it's supposed to appear. Three tag, that's W3 tag is that black rectangular black what do you call it? The rectangular black shape that you're seeing, that's the tag. Okay. And it is already black, we don't need to change the color, so we are going to leave it like that. So the font inside it, the text inside it, we need it to be large. That is, the size of the text needs to be large. So now I put the text now. 10 to 12 p. Then you close the tag. Which tag are you closing? This one for span. Okay. Now, so we also close the div. That section, we close it, and we close it using a div. So div. Okay. Then now we go to the text at the center of the image. And then we also create a div for them, for the section. Okay. So you see it's becoming like something like a formula, something. If you want to do this, this is how you start. If you want to do this other thing, this is how you start. You start. And then something else I'd like to say, everything that is written, you cannot change or just ignore. So if, like, for example, you have something that needs to go in between these quotation marks have to be there. If you don't put them there, or if you ignore one of them, or you just forget, it is going to mess up. It is not going to display properly. So if even if when you finish up and you put the website and you see there's something that's not correct, you need to come back to this coding here, to that section, then find out what it is that you have missed, or something that you have omitted, or something that you have not written correctly. So everything that I write here, you have to follow exactly the way it is written. So let's go to this our center text. So this one is at the center. So you say display at the middle. Sorry, display middle. Sorry, you see a mistake like this one. If you make a mistake like this one, wrong spelling, there's going to be something wrong. So they always happen all the time. So when you see something is wrong, just come and confirm. Maybe you misspelled something. Okay. So then W3, we want the text to be at the center. You see, want the text to be at the center. So now we define the text. Span class equals. We want the text to be white. And also the size. Font size. No. I'm just going something. Style equals. Sorry. Font. So the words, these are the words. Then you notice that the word thin and the other two words, crust pizza, are not on the same line. There's a word thin at the top and then crust pizza at the bottom. So to do that, you just include a tag called a break. It does not have a closing tag. So you just write thin and then you put a break and then you write the rest of the words. So we close. What are we closing? We are closing this span. What we opened, we close it here. Okay. Then we come to this other section called Let Me See the Menu. That is a button, and when you click it, it takes you to the menu. So here we are going to open it. We are going to read a section, but this time instead of giving it a div, remember all this, it's still in the same section as the div here. So we are going to open an element, which is a paragraph. And then we link it to the menu. So when you want to link somewhere to another part, that's how you do it. Menu. It's a W3 button. We're describing button. And the font is large. Want it to be large. And the color is black. So the words there are, let me see the menu. So what are we closing? Closing tags. We start with A. They're closing two things. You start with A. Then we close P. Then we are finished. So which we close the div. Which div are we closing? This one here. This one. This one. So we've closed that section. Okay. And then after closing the section, we need to close the header section with this div here. This is the one we opened with here. So we come down, then we close that header section with that div. Good. Then we go to step number 4, which is to add a menu. So I'll write the notes again here, so we just follow the coding just in case. So where do we go? This one you can delete after you've gotten everything. So add menu. So this is how you add the menu. You start with a div. Before you even think of anything, it starts with a div. Then from there, ID. The reason why I put like that is because when you click at the navigation bar, when you click the menu button, it will bring you to the menu section. So you need to write the div ID menu so that when you click there, it comes here. It comes to this section. Okay. Then class, we define this how you want it to be. Okay. So this is the space. The space for the section. W3 padding 32. No, sorry, 64. And the color is black. The font, the size of the font, I want it to be extra large. And this should have come with the okay, it's okay. Give it a container. Give it a container. Okay. So now we come to the text. The word now, that was the word menu. That is a heading 1 equals the text. You want it to be at the center. The size of the text should be very large. So write jumbo. And then the space. Then the words. Then we close. What are we closing? H1. This is what you're closing here, H1. Okay. So now we go to that submenu. And this is how you do it. It's a bit different. This time we're not going to use a navigation bar. Are you going to do something different? Yeah. Need to give it a border. See, it has a gray border. Then W3 border. Then you describe the color of the border. Sorry. Then the words need to be at the center. So now, since we are going to be clicking, when you click, it takes you to a different section. We need to put that. So that part for pizza, the pizza button, it is red in color. 3 red. And then that it's divided into 3 parts. If you saw that, means it's divided into 3 parts. Then the text, no, the space. So we close the tags for A. So we close this. Remember, this is A. We've closed A. Then this is a div. We open A and then you open a div. So we close the div. We close that division. Then we open another one. For the next, just put some space. We open another div. The same here. W3 row. No. W3. Okay. Here we've confused it. Right? We are closing the div first and then A. So here, now these are some of the mistakes that you can make sometimes. Then you find a section has messed and you have to come back and find out what are the mistakes. Then the other thing I forgot and I've just remembered is that you need to save. You need to save all this. So save as. You keep saving. So you write all files and then you write the name here. It's supposed to be, and please get this index.html. That is how you save it. You can see the character set. It's populated itself here. So we save that one, and you need to save it in a folder. This is also a folder called the restaurant. So you first create the folder restaurant. Then inside the folder, you save this index. Always write index.html. I'll be explaining that, especially when you are publishing the website. You will need this, and if you don't get this, it's going to bring problems. So let's save it, and because there's another one, we are going to overwrite it. Okay, so now it actually has changed. It's now index notepad. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that. Maybe I'm a bit anxious. Okay, so we go back to our menu, and we are at the pasta. So W3 div class. No, it's not how we start. Sorry. Since it is a menu always starts with A, href equals. So we talked about the pizza, we are now at the pasta. Then div class. So W3 that. So you remember when you are going, it was hovering. When you hover, it changes to color red. So W3 hover red. Then the space, the size of the fonts. We're supposed to open. So the words. And close the div. Then you close the A. Just confirm. Okay, so the final section now. That section was about the starters. So we give it a container, a section. You take a third of the screen. Then remember, when you hover, when you put your cursor, it becomes red. And the space. So the word was starter. Starters. Then we close the div first, and then close the div. Div. Then we close the A. Okay. So that section we are through with it. Then now we close that whole section, and this one we've closed. So this is what we are going to close here. This div that we started with here. Div, okay? So and we are through with the menu. Okay. Well, the menu, sorry, not the menu, navigation bar. So let's now go to the menu itself. So we start with the pizza section. Again, we start with the div. And we give it a container. The space of the container. And the color of the text. So now we go to the now in the pizza section, the menu that is there, the foods that they provide there. So H1, heading 1, then you want it to be bold, so you put the bold B. Then the words margarita. Then you close the bold tag because that's the only word you wanted it to have bold. That's B. So now we define this other part where we are going to put the price. So that's where we are now. So it's a W3 tag. What else? Can you see W3? Gray. 3 dark gray, that's the color. Then the shape, even if it is quite has rounded, the corners are a bit rounded. Then you define the location where it is. Where it is, it's on the right side. Okay. So you put the words. That's 12. Okay. Then you close. First, you close the span. Then you close the H1. Okay. Then from there, we go to the description after the heading, and it's going to be a paragraph. You can see the words are smaller. So we need to define the text. Sorry. W3 text gray. So now the words finish. So you close the P here. Okay. Then there's another thing. So that's the part about the what now? The margarita. So now we go to, there's a line there that is separating one item from the other one. So you just put HR to separate. Then now we come to the next item and the menu. H1. Then we need to bold. Then it is chicken. No, that's formaggio. We close the bold because it's the only word we want it to be, to be bold. And then So the final item, you can see most of it is just repetition apart from the text, from the heading and also the paragraph. Everything else is just the same. So we need to bold. Then what are we bolding? The sentence pineapple o'clock. Pineapple o'clock. So we finish the bold. Then go to the span class equals w3 tag w3 dark gray w3 round w3 right. $16.50. So we close the span, we close the H1. So the next text there is the paragraph. You want the text to be fresh tomatoes. This one looks like it's very sweet. That's pineapple and bacon. Hey. This one makes you to salivate. If I was to be in this restaurant, this is what I would ask for. No, sorry. I salivated, I forgot. I salivated, I forgot. I became hungry. Okay. So we are through with that menu. Oh, we have the final one, meat towel. I really salivated. I forgot. Then we have now we have two parts. We have this part that's written hot. Then there's also the price. So we start with this red part. So this is how we do it. It's a tag. Yeah. Then the corners are round. Then what color is it? Red. Okay. So since it is just next here, we are not going, the location is just there. So we write the word hot. Then we close the span. Okay. Now, then we go to the price at the left. So you open another span class, sorry. W3 tag. Corners are rounded. This one is now green color. And it's on the right. Okay. So how much is that? 20 $20. This one, let's bring it here. Not so long. It's the same, just don't want it to be so long. So that's $20. So we close the span, then we close the H1, then we go to the paragraph. The text should be gray. You want the text to be gray. Then the words. It's got fresh tomatoes. Okay, the font here doesn't matter because the font, remember at the styling area we said it is Amatic. So for Amatic everything is capital letters. So whether you write small letters or capital letters, it doesn't matter. It is going to show us the capital letters. Personally, this one I would not eat. I don't like pepper. Hot sausage. This one is not for me. So I will not choose this one. It has a lot of food. Meat. I'm salivating again. So you close the paragraph section. So we have finished the pizza menu. So we now look for, we come here, we look for where we started. Here, div ID pizza. Div ID pizza. So we need to close this section. Okay. Then we save. Every time you see a star here, this star, it means it tells you that you have not saved. Once you save, it disappears. It disappears. Okay. So in the menu, we go to the next section, which is the pasta. This one you do it a bit differently. We do, instead of having a div, the div itself, it's already in a div. So you just go to H1 ID. Pasta. Plus. The text should be in the center. Size of the text. And the size of the size of the space. The size of the space. You close H1 here. You close this one here. So we create a div. Then after that, we create a container. Then this container needs to be white. You remember it was white in color. And the space should be okay. So the first item on the menu, one, then you bold, close the bold tag, so you repeat basically what we are done in the side for the pizza. Oh, I forgot another part. So where do we start? So that part for popular, we tag popular and so it's gray. Because of the space, let's just go here. It's just the same thing. So we are through with that section. So we close, we come here, we look for the div here. This is the one that we used here. Here, div. So that's the closing, that's the div, that's the section that you are going to close. Okay. So now I got the final part of the menu, which is the starters. So again, just repeats itself. To create a container again. Then you need the container to be to white, the background to be white. The space should be so we go again, here we go again. Tony bold. It's a tag. It has rounded corners. It's dark gray. See the gray? Oh, sorry. Then So let's put it here because it's like that it doesn't go all the way. I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. So I'm making so many mistakes. I have to finish this. So but I left here. No, it's supposed to be there. Some mistakes. Yeah. So I close the span, we close the span, and we close the H1. Everything is just repeating itself. Okay, so now we are through with that starter section of the menu. So we close you close this section now. We come here. This is the div. It started the div section, so we close that div. Close that div. Then we've come to the end of the menu section. The end of the menu section, the whole menu section. So we'll come here, add a menu, and this is our div here. So this section is the one that opened the whole of the menu section. So we also need to close it. So that's how we do it. Div. So here, let me just write for the notes. These are just notes. You don't need to put this one, even if you don't need to put. This is end of menu. That's how you end the menu. Okay. So let's move on to our step number 5, which is to add the about section. So this is a note just to guide on where we are. So let's start now. We always start with the div ID. So we give it a container. Then it is red in color. We give it a bit of effect, a grayscale. Then the size of the font. Then the space of the container. So the heading should be at the center. The text should be jumbo, mean very extra large. So you now go to the paragraph. So I won't write everything. You can copy and then you paste because of time. So you can fill the rest of the paragraph. You can just write your own words. Then go to another paragraph. Then you bold. Then you finish the bold. So now you put the image. So now we go to our folder, our restaurant folder. Find out how we've written the name. This is the image that you're going to use. And it's written chef. And then it's a JPG. You see that the item type, it's a JPG file. So that is the extension. So you come back here and write chef.jpg. So you give the style of the image, width should be 150 pixels. Plus it's inside the circle. Remember, it is inside the circle. And it's on the right. Then put the alternate text. Okay, so that's it. Then we close the paragraph. It's a bit long. It's okay. So you open another paragraph. We close the paragraph. Then you go to the next image. We put it in a paragraph also. No, it's supposed to be 16. So we remember that we're putting another image. So image source. So we go back to our folder. The image that you're putting is this one now, and it's written IMG. This is underscore restaurant, IMG underscore restaurant. And then if you just hover over it, it's a JPG file. So that's what you are going to put here. So IMG underscore restaurant dot JPG. So we style it with 100%. Then alternative texts. So we close the paragraph. We started with a paragraph here, paragraph. So this we are going to close it here. To the next part, which is the opening hours. Close the bold first and then the H1. So there are two rows. You can see it's divided into two rows, and this is how you do it. So the rows, you put them in a different section because it's divided into two. This one was not divided into two, it was just one whole section. So the first thing is to say that this is a row. Then this row we are going to divide it into half, into two sections, which is like dividing it into half. W3 row. Okay. Then now we have the first row, the first section, and it's a half. Div class equals W3 half. Then now we give the hours. So this is the paragraph. Monday and Tuesday closed. They close on Monday, really. And Tuesday. Closed. Then you close that paragraph. Then you open another paragraph. This is Wednesday. Wednesday 10 0 2 24. Wonder what time that is. You close that paragraph. Then you open another paragraph. And they like to work here because most of the time you're closed. Then you close that paragraph. Okay. So we are through with that like column, the first column. So we need to close it here. This is the first half, yeah. So this is the only paragraph that this is the only div that you are going to close here. See this div class here, this one here. So then we go to the second paragraph. So we create again a section for it. So now we are left with the other half, yeah, W3 half. Okay. Then paragraph. Friday 10. Friday. Oops. Day 10. To 12. Just 12, 2 hours only. Yeah. That hotel must be making a lot of money for them to open at such little time. Then you close the paragraph. Open another paragraph. Saturday 10:23. Saturday 10 to 23. That's 11 p.m. Then you close the paragraph. Sundays we don't open, so you don't open for this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Jeez. Then you close the paragraph. Good. Then from there we close this div, this section. We close this section here. And then we close the whole about section. Yeah. Here with the whole about section here. No, we close this section, then you close this whole section for the opening hours. Okay, this div class here, W3 row. Div. Then from there we close the whole about section here. See here, this is the about section, this div here. So we close it also. So we close that whole section for the about. So let me just put that note again. Then you save. Okay. So now we are going to the final part, number 6, which is the contact section. Okay, so now we come to the last section of our website, which is the contact section. So once again, this is a note. So a contact section starts with till I have it here. A contact section starts with an image. of the location. So this time we're not going to start with a div, we're going to start with, because it's the image that is starting. And when you write like that, it means that when you hit the image button in the navigation bar, it's going to bring us to this section. The image source. So we come to our folder, which is in the desktop. It's called restaurant. We open it, and then we come to this image, the map. Is one that you are going to add to that section, and the name is map, and then it's a JPG file. Map.jpg. So it's a W3 image. And you give it an effect, W3 gray scale. Then the alternate text is map. Style. This is styling. It shows how you want that image to appear. Okay. And always remember to save. So now we open the section, div class. W3 container. Then we need to give it a color, blue gray. Space. How much? Like the size? How much space should it have? So since it's at the end, just give it some spacing at the top. Then the size of the text. Which one? Plus equals should be at the center. Okay. Center. The size of that heading. The size of the text of the heading. The space that it should take. That's 2 or 16. Okay. No, you don't need this one here. Then you open a paragraph and us at some give the address. Oops. 05 050515 22330. End of that paragraph. Then another one, you open another paragraph that says that we offer full service catering. We offer full service catering for any event, large or small. Understand your needs. We understand your needs and we will cater the food to start. Let's move this so it doesn't become so long. From here. Yes. I the biggest criteria. Both look and taste. Both look and taste. So we close the paragraph. It's big. It's very long. Let's start. Okay. So now we are through with the contact section. And we close it. Then we close it. We come to here, this div. You open this with a div. So you close the div. That is the end of the contact. So let me just write that note. Remember, these notes, it's not a must you write them. I'm just putting them so that just to show the steps. End of contact section. Okay. This one you don't have to put them. Okay. So now we are through with our website and we need to close it. We need to close our website. And this page, actually the website is just one page. It is and we need to save. Sorry. So we need to close our web. We need to close now the whole of this page. We call it a website because it's just one page. It's still a website. So we'll come to the beginning, how we started. Remember, this was our step number 1. We created the menu. Then we came to step number 2. We created the navigation bar. So at this body section, this is the section where we created the framework at the head section. Then we came here to the body section and we started of content, all that content. Yes. Then we came to we opened the first div here, div ID home. The whole of everything that we have written down, we have coded, has fallen in this big section, div ID home. Okay, so this is what we are going to close. This is the only thing that we have not closed. So we'll come to the end here, come to the ends here, and close that whole, no, the whole section, div ID. Okay, then from there we close the body. Remember we opened the body, so now we close the body, and then we close the whole document. Remember at the beginning we started with doc type HTML, so we also close it here, but we not write the doc type, we just write the HTML. So, and that's it, and that's the end of our the end of our coding for our website section. Okay, now that we are through, let's just go through once again how the website, the coding for the website should look like. I'm going to scroll very slowly, but you can always pause and check. You can pause and check to confirm everything. There are always a few minor errors, spelling mistakes, omissions, and those ones, they are normal. So sometimes you may load your website and then you find that there are few errors. So this is what you need to confirm. So we had our first step here, which is to create the framework. And this is how we created the framework. Then we started our content here. Then our step number 2, we added a navigation bar. From there, we went to our step number 3, which was to add a header image. And this is our coding for that section. So remember that when you are starting, the original website had a different image, but for one reason or another I could not find it, so we opted for another image. So this is the end of the header image. Then you go to the next section, which is to add the menu. So that's how it looks like, the menu. Then under the menu, remember we had the other subsections. We had the pizza. Then we had the pasta. And then we had the starters. Then that was the end of our menu here. Then we went to the following section, which is the about section. So you can always pause and check. So that's the about section. So we had the first image. Where is it? The image source here, the chef. Then we have the next image here, image source, image restaurant, all that. And then we had the opening hours. We had 2 rows, 2 columns, first column and then the second column. Then that was the end of about section. Then we came to the contact section, the final section. So you start with an image, the image source, that one. Then find us, then the address, and that's it, end of contact section. Then we ended the divs, and then the end of the entire content, or the entire home page, web page. Then we ended the whole body and the HTML document. So this is how it looks like. So if you want to see how it looks like before we upload it, we go to our restaurant file folder, restaurant folder, which is in our desktop. Then in the desktop we come, and this is our restaurant folder. So you double click on it, And then you see these are all the images that use this one, the shelf, the image. Then this is the document, the HTML document, and we named it the name index. And then this is the map image, then the pizza image that we put. This is the pizza image that I had put earlier that we did not find. So depending on the browser that you're using, I'm using Google Chrome. So this index will appear, will have this Google Chrome icon. Yes, if you're using Mozilla Firefox, this index page will have the Mozilla Firefox icon. So for me, I'm using the Google Chrome. That's why it looks like a Google Chrome. So you double click on it so that now we can see how it will look like before we upload it to the internet. And that's it. So beautiful, you can see. so this so here is our website. One thing, you need to have your internet connection because some of the like the fonts and also some of the effects and the style sheet that you are using, they are online. So for them to display properly, you need to be connected to the internet. So this is our website here. It looks very beautiful. That's our menu. You have the pizza, you have the pasta, and you have the starters. Then you have the about section, you have the chef, you have the paragraphs, then you have the chef, the image of the chef, and then remember it was in a circle, W3 circle, then it was on the right, W3 right. And then you have the other image of the larger restaurant. Then you have the opening hours, remember the two columns. Then from there you have the image of the contacts or the map, the image, it's here. That's the location. Then you have the contact section. So you've done a very good job. If it's not displaying properly, make sure you have internet connection. Then from there, we can test these buttons. The menu button will take us to the menu. Then this pasta will take us to the pasta section. And then the starters will take us to the starters section. And then one more button, this one, let me see the menu. When you click it, it's supposed to take us to the menu. Then you come to this about section, it will take us to the about section. Then the contact button will take us to the contact section. And that's it for our website. Now, reaching up to there, this website, you can sell it for free. And the folder that we are using, remember this restaurant folder that we are using, the download link is at the end of this video. So please do watch till the end of this video to get the download link to get this the restaurant folder that contains all the images plus the file that you created in HTML and also the map and the pizza, I mean these other images. Also in this index .html file that we created, it will display differently depending on the browser that you are using. But yeah, I'm using Google Chrome, so it will display Google Chrome icon. If you're using Mozilla Firefox, this Mozilla Firefox here, it's going to display Mozilla Firefox here. If you're using Internet Explorer or any other browser, that is what will display here. That's the icon that will display here. So if it's a bit different, don't be worried. Okay, so now getting up to there, this one you said we can sell it for free, and now we will move on to our step number 7, which is to purchase a domain name and a hosting account. So this is where you need to part with some money because domain names are usually sold and hosting accounts are usually sold. You don't find them anywhere for free. So that is our next step. So this is how we purchase a domain and a hosting account, and we'll be using Safaricom hosting, and also Safaricom will get our domain name from Safaricom also, because personally they are easy to use, and when you get into trouble you can always call them. So we search here at the Google search for their website. Then we go over to their website and confirm that it's written domain Safaricom. Then the first thing that you do is to register for an account. So you put our first name, so your last name, then the email address that we will use to register the account, and the phone number. Then you also put the address. Then you put the password. Then you confirm the password. Then you put that code there to confirm that you are human and you're not a robot. Then you have to agree to their terms and conditions, and then you register. Okay, they've told me that I need to fill in their postcode. Okay, so now we've registered an account. Then it's showing you about the services. You have the domains, tickets, and invoices. So everything, we've not yet bought anything. So this is the client area where whatever services you have here, they will show up in this like a dashboard. So we need to verify the account, the email address. So for us to continue, we have to get the verification code, which was sent to the email address that we registered with. And there it is, email address verification. Mhm. So you can say welcome Safaricom Cloud Services. Then there the first link is to verify your email address. Okay, so it has been verified. Continue to client area. So now we need to place an order to get started. We need to buy a domain name, that is like a business name. You need to buy hosting. So we're in our step number 7, which is to purchase a domain name and a hosting account where we are going to upload our website. So when you come to register a domain, we first need to search, find out if the name that you want to use is available. So the name we will be using is Masharia for Media. That's the domain name that I would like to have. So we put that code to confirm that we are human and we are not a robot. Okay, the name Masharia for Media is available. And let's just see other suggestions that they have given us. So Masharia for Media.info, Nairobi Masharia for Media.info. Okay. So the best to go with is .com instead of co.ke because it is cheaper and that way you can reach a wider network of people online. So it has told us to go to checkout. We click the checkout and we are being requested to add a hosting package, which will not do it right now, but these are the packages. So we will go for 1,000 for 1,500, but later on. So continue. And then now this is the summary, review and checkout. The summary to confirm if everything is correct. So it's 1 year. It's 9,999. Okay. So checkout to confirm the account. Then the payment. Then I'll be paying using the M-Pesa pay bill. Then you agree to the terms of service. Then you complete the order. So this is our invoice. it is unpaid, and we are going to use our phone to make the transaction using the M-Pesa pay bill. You can use other methods if you want. You just uncheck and then look for the one that you'd be interested in. That's the process I'm going to use. Go to Safaricom menu, select M-Pesa, then select Lipa na M-Pesa, select Pay Bill, enter business number 777222, enter account number 4096713. That is the invoice number. And then we enter the amount, which is 999 shillings, and then we confirm. So after the transaction has gone through, I will put the transaction code I've received from M-Pesa to complete the transaction. So this is the transaction code that I've gotten from Safaricom M-Pesa. I complete the transaction. So thank you for your order. You will receive a confirmation email shortly. And that's our order number. So we go to our email that registered our account with. So there we have about 3 emails. Then we have the one for domain registration confirmation. Then we need to validate that email address. So we check our domain registration confirmation. So dear friend Janja, this message is to confirm that your domain purchase has been successful. Details of the domain purchase are below. So that's the domain name that you are going to be using for our website. It is a 1 year, amount 999. Next due date is 3rd January 2024. Then one other thing that you need to do is to validate this email address, otherwise that domain name is not going to be active. So there's the email verification code. So you see, please note that in case you do not validate email address, are required to suspend your domain name. So this is a requirement, you must do it. It goes to all other hosting, domain registration and hosting accounts. You have to verify your email address. So that's it. Command completed successfully. So now we are going to buy a hosting account for our domain name, Masharia for Media. So we come here, we go to Safaricom domain hosting, we search for it, here it is. And then we come here, Safaricom Cloud Services Portal Home, and you confirm the website is domains.safaricom.co.ke. So now we come to this login area since we have an account. So we log in with our email account. This is our email account. And then we put our password. Okay, so here we are in our client area, and we have our domain, which is Macharia Media, and this is what now we need to buy the services. So we place an order to get started. Let's see my services. Oh, this one is terminated. Okay. So we choose whichever we want here. And to start with, we can go with this one, 1,500 shillings per year. And that is the beauty of doing starting an online business, because you don't use so much. So here we'll just use 1,500 shillings, which is renewable after 1 year. I think this is the cheapest business to start. Okay. Yeah. So we say the domain is Macharia for Media. .com. So always confirm shared hosting here, Macharia for Media. This one, remember we had bought it, Macharia for Media. Always confirm this one here. So then it tells you to check out. So this is the total due, 1,500. So choose account, that one there, payment details. So these are the address, payment details, total due today 1,500. Please choose your preferred method of payment, M-Pesa pay bill. It's the easiest for me. So then I've read and agreed to terms. This one you have to tick it in. Then you complete the order. Then it will bring this other part. It will tell you pro forma invoice, hashtag 4097032. Then it is unpaid. Date due January 7th, 2023 from your phone. So go to Safaricom, go to select M-Pesa, Lipa and M-Pesa, enter account number, 40, enter amount without commas, then confirm. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. Then after I do the transaction, I'm going to put that confirmation code, the transaction code from M-Pesa. Okay. Okay. So order confirmation. Thank you for your order. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly. Your order number is 9109909536. If you have a question about your order, please open a support ticket from your client area and quote your order number. Okay. So from there now we go to our email so that we can get, I don't know, let's check if it has already come. Then we go to our email address. here, Macharia Media. Let's check if it has come. If it has not come, we'll just do it. Good. Here it is. So Safaricom Cloud, this one has just come at 5:09 p.m. It's not 5:13. Is that an invoice? What order confirmation? Received their order. Then invoice payment. Safaricom. Good. That's what I was waiting for. So this one, always when they always confirm. Then after confirming, for let's say check this one, the email that they sent us. So it says here that dear Winfred, that this payment will Saturday the 7th or what? Okay. Amount transaction, not this is the M-Pesa code. Total paid, remaining balance 0. By logging in this by an official receipt with this thank you for your continued use of Safaricom products and services. So when they give you this, they always give you this number, business support, this number. This is the number that you call. And when you have any problems or you are just confused, these things are never taught by anyone. You just call this number and tell them what the issue that you have, and they are going to sort it out as soon as possible. I think for Safaricom, that's the fastest phone that they usually pick, because they know it's a business. It's a business issue that you have. So once you have paid, now you get this new account information. This email comes almost immediately to tell you all about your hosting accounts, and they tell you, warning. Dear friend, please read this email in full and print it for your records. Because if this one gets lost, you are also lost. They will still have to call them anyway. So thank you for your order from us. Let me just read there. Your hosting account has now been set up, and this email contains all the information you will need in order to begin using your account. If you have requested a domain name during sign up, please keep in mind that your domain name will not be visible on the internet instantly. This process is called propagation and can take up to 48 hours. 48 hours are 2 days. Until your domain has propagated, your website and email will not function. We have provided a temporary URL which you may also use to view your website and upload files in the meantime. So in short, it means that we need to wait for 2 days for us to upload. You remember the file that you created, index.html, the file that you created on Notepad, and the website. We are calling it a file for now. So you'll have to wait for 2 days before you can upload it. Even if you upload it right now, it will not be able to show. You need to wait for 2 days, so that when you type the word this website, I'm calling it the domain name, machariaformedia.com. When you type it, it's supposed to bring that website. So you'll need to wait for 2 days. So the new account information is hosting package bronze, domain, the first payment 1,500, recurring amount 1,500, billing cycle 1 year. Next due date Sunday, January 7th, 2024. Then login details, username, this is my username, and the password. So this password I'm showing it because by the time I'm through with everything, I'll have changed it. So control panel URL. So if you are in a hurry, you want to upload, you can use it right away, or you can just wait. But it is always good to wait. I've always tried it, but it's you are never able to go anywhere. I mean, you're not able to succeed. You have to wait. So then you have this server information, just in case you have a domain name from another company, another hosting company, and what is it? If you are using an existing domain, you see, with a new hosting account, you'll need to update the name servers to point to the name servers listed below. So if, for example, I purchased Masharia for Media from another company, and then I've come to buy the hosting account from Safaricom. So the name I will put here, I need to update this name servers, yeah? This name servers. You just need to upload, yeah? But since now we've bought the name from Safaricom and the domain and the hosting account from Safaricom, that information I'll not be needing it. Then uploading your website. Temporarily, you may use one of the addresses given below to manage your website. So this one you said you are just going to wait. Then email settings. That one I don't know how many emails they give you. So if you don't want to use maybe like Gmail, they give you email accounts. I think they are about 10. I'm not sure how many they give you. So that's it, and that's it. So Safaricom Cloud Services, and this is the number. This is the number. Anytime you have any issue, always call this number. You don't even take more than 2 minutes before the answer, and you can tell them the problem that you have. So next, from here we go to our next step, our final step, which is step number 8, to upload and to publish our website. So we are now in our last step, number 8, which is to upload or to publish our website. And this is how we do it. We go over to our browser, Google Chrome. And then we need to find our control panel. So there are two ways of finding our control panel. One way is going through the Safaricom domain hosting, going through our account at Safaricom. So login. We used the email address that we used to create the account, and the password. Okay. So this is our account. We have one service, which is the shared hosting, bronze, and we have one domain name, which is Masharia for Media. So this is one way. We come here, log into cPanel. So when you're using this method, you don't need any the password or the username. So there are so many things here. We have about setting up your email address, email accounts. But because of time, we'll just go to what we need for us to upload the website, and we need to come to the file section, then come to this file manager here. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. The other way of logging into our cPanel is by coming here in this web address, domain name address bar, and type in our domain name. It has already populated, www.mashariaformedia.com. Then you put a / and write cPanel. So you press enter, it takes you to your cPanel. Then here it's where you need to get the username from the email address that you were sent. So let's go back, let's go to that username, to the email address, the email that you were sent by Safaricom for a hosting account. So the email address that used is this Masharia Media. Then you go to Gmail. And then here's our email address, the email that you were sent. So it says here, please read this email and print it for your records. So this email has, remember we had read it before, it has all the details that you need for your new hosting account. So this is the username that you are being requested Machari2, and this is the password. So you come here, we put the username. Then the password, we just copy and paste it. This is the password here. You copy and you paste it here. Then we log in. Okay, you can, it is always advisable to reset your password. And actually after this, I will reset my password. So now you can see it's the same thing. It's still the cPanel, like the back end of our hosting. So it has so many things. You just go down. You have domain database metrics, security, software, advanced preferences, applications. It also has a web editor somewhere. It has a web editor. So if you don't want to use, if you want to use a remote web editor, you can use this one. It is good. It is a good one, but I've never used it. So now we come to the under files. We come to file manager. These are the files that are in the cPanel, and the file that we're interested, the folder that we're interested in is this public_html. So it has one folder, and this is where we are going to upload our website and also the images that we will be using for our website. So we come here, you go to upload, and then you select file. So it has, okay, by default it has taken us to the restaurant folder that we will be using, but just in case, we go to desktop, then desktop, we look for a folder here, then you open it. Okay, so you remember our images, the chef, the image restaurant, then the HTML document you created, then the map, and also the pizza. So all these, we need to upload them to the cPanel for them to display properly. So we will start with we can start with the document itself. Okay, so that one has gone. We just go back. So you can see it here. Here it is index.html. Okay. So now let's upload now the photos. So the first photo is this one. Remember the one for the header image. Okay, it has uploaded pizza -1.jpg. Okay, pizza, if it can. Then you go to the second one, which was the chef. You open. Okay, that one has also uploaded. You see it's chef.jpg. Then you go to our third file, which is also an image. This one, image restaurant. You open. It was uploaded. Then you go to our final one, which is map. And you open. Okay. So we have all our all the files that we had in the folder, in the restaurant folder. So we go back. Just refresh this. You go to again to a public underscore HTML, and you can see we have everything that we need here. We have the chef image, the JPG, image underscore restaurant.jpg, then our file index.html, then our image map.jpg, and our header image pizza and underscore one JPG. Okay, then they are arranged in alphabetical order, so it does not matter how the order that you take to upload them. You need to have internet connection. Okay, so we have uploaded all our 5 files, and now we go to our testing. We just close all this. So we type in our domain name and click enter. So there's our website. So it is now on the net for everyone to see it. Yeah. You can see it there. Remember that image? Just waiting for the restaurant. Okay, in the contact section. So if we click our menu, it takes us to a menu, then pizza, then we go to pasta, and then when you click our status, that's the status section. Then when you click this other button, let me see the menu, takes us to the menu section. Then when you click the about section, it takes us to the about section. When you click the contact button, it takes us to the contact section. So so that's it for our website. This is you can see even if you can see even right here when you write mashariaformedia.com, if it's at the contact section, it will give the hashtag contact. Yeah, if it's at the home section, it will give hashtag home. So everything that is we wrote in the code, you'll find it being represented even on the internet. That's the menu. Then about, you can see mashariaformedia.com/hashtag about and contact. Okay. So now we have come to the end of this this tutorial. The link to download the folder, the restaurant folder, is at the end of this video, the download link. So I'll be posting it there, then you can find it. Also, I say this website is worth between 10,000 shillings and 25,000 shillings. You can sell it or you can do whatever with it. You can edit it and create your own website or create your own business with it. Okay, then finally, remember I'd said that we are going to be doing 2 more videos on how to create 2 more websites, and also 1 more video on how to make money with this website plus those other 2 websites. These websites can give you a lot of money. So please do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you do not miss out on those 3 other videos that are coming out in the next 1 week or so. So thank you and see you then.